Hi everyone, welcome to this short video. I am Pierre Bonnet, co-founder of Orchestra Networks, a leading software vendor in the field of master data management and data governance, and founder of the MDM Alliance Group community. This community just published a new pre-built data model in the context of human resource multicultural project management. I will explain in this short video the functional domain. But please note that this data model is a Creative Commons donation. It means fully free of use. You can use it without any limitations. As you will see in a few minutes, this data model is also implemented and available online in the MDM cloud platform delivered by my company Orchestra Networks and called smartdatagovernance.com. When a company has to deploy a project abroad involving staff in many countries, a lot of particular issues must be tackled. This kind of project is called multicultural project. Before achieving a detailed multicultural project plan, it's highly advised to establish a global assessment of human resources and regulations, strengths and weaknesses, depending on countries where the project must be delivered and managed. Amongst key issues, the following can be emphasized. Who is readiness to work in which countries? What are languages mastered by whom? What are person skills by country? What are regulations to enforce by country? What is quality of educational system by country? What are labor market performances by country? What are HR risk by country? What are skills, needs, and regulations to enforce for each multicultural project, etc. Collecting and updating all this information is often a nightmare, since many databases and spreadsheets are used by a lot of users within the world information system. To tackle this concern, a master data management system is established. This is the HR Multicultural MDM. Based on a rich semantic data model, all key business objects involved in the assessment of multicultural projects are within grasp in a unified and secured repository. With help from this MDM, it becomes easier to answer questions such as: does the company hold skills needed in countries involved in the project? Who is ready to work abroad? What are languages required? What are HR risks abroad? What are business regulations to enforce, etc. With the HR Multicultural MDM, you can manage the following key business objects: project, person, regulatory organization, skill, country, and educational system. Moreover, the MDM allows users to declare key performance indicators, structures, and collect all information to assess strengths and weaknesses of multicultural project, namely regulation enforcement by country, labor market by country, educational system by country, HR risk by country, skill by person, and strategic skill by person. Obviously, all standards data governance functions brought by the MDM are fully available. Data query, data hierarchy, data permission management, data approval workflow, data version management, audit trail, etc. Before showing a quick demo of the MDM on the cloud computing platform, let's see the data architecture, namely domain of business objects. As you can see, 7 domains of business object are used: KPI structure, regulation, skill, project, geography, collecting all information related to countries and languages, educational system structure, reality, collecting information about actual objects such as person, regulatory organization, and parties. The last domain is about KPI values. So now let me show you a quick demonstration on smartdatagovernance.com. First, I log in to access my MDM cloud computing environment. As you can see on the left, we have a set of domain of business object, KPI structure, regulation, skill, project, geography, educational system structure, reality, and a list of type of KPI values, HR risk by country, labor market by country, etc. Within each domain of business object, we have a set of business objects. For example, in reality, a person, country where a person can work, business unit, internal party, third party, etc. And let me show you the domain of business object regulation and the regulation business object. We have here a list of business regulation, and for each business regulation, for example, with SOX, we know the organization in charge of this regulation. This is for SOX, the United States federal laws, and we also have the direct access to the website of this organization. This is here a tabular view, and automatically the MDM provide view by organization or view by type of regulation. It means that we can have a look at regulation by organization. For example, for the European Union, we can see that two regulations are attached to this organization. And for the organization, International Labour Organization, we have a set of regulations in relation to the labor market. Now, the purpose is to collect information about which countries enforce which regulations. To achieve this process, we define in the regulation enforcement scale business object the different enforcement levels, mandatory, voluntary, not adopted, and so on, for a regulation. And we have a type of KPI values named regulation enforcement by country, providing for each country and regulation the level of enforcement. This is here the tabular view, and automatically the MDM provide the view by, for example, country. It means that in a very easy way we can see for a country such as Vietnam the level of enforcement for different regulations. For example, the Convention 87, Freedom of Association, is not adopted in the Vietnam. In the United States, this is the same level of enforcement, whereas in France, the convention is fully adopted. So I would say that in the context of Hatcher multicultural project, it's very important to know which regulations have to be enforced by countries involved in the project. Now let's see how we define project needs. First of all, the project portfolio. This is a tabular view. Now I open the project Highway North South India. As you can see, a project is defined with key information compulsory to establish a multicultural assessment. You can see information about countries where the project is delivered and managed. You can see which languages are used. And after we define which regulations the project states to enforce. Obviously, you must check that depending on countries where the project is delivered and managed, the right regulations are enforced. And after that, the project needs are defined. I must stop the demo here as there are many screens and functions. I invite you to find out this MDM HR multicultural directly by getting a free trial from smartdatagovernance.com, which is the MDM cloud computing platform. It's very easy to use in a self-service mode. Furthermore, you will have access to a set of materials, including a data dictionary, a data steward guidebook, and a data owner guidebook. However, I cannot close this demo without showing you a quick view of the data modeling part. This is an important feature because this is the way of adapting the predefined data model, or even more, to define your own data model without any skill in UML or XML schemas. You can see here we have the list of domain of business object for the Hatcher multicultural project management, and in the domain of regulation we have the business object business regulation with its different field. And for example, the foreign key to regulatory organization, which is the organization in charge of this business regulation. It's very easy to add a new field or create a primary key or foreign key in a declarative mode. For example, I can add to this business regulation a field which is an IT comment. I create the field. I see this field in the list now here. I publish this data model modification. I confirm the publication, and we can have a quick view of the regulation business object. And we can see that now we have a new attribute, IT comment. I can feed this attribute, for example, to say that for the SOX Sarbanes-Oxley regulation, IT not yet implemented, just via a spreadsheet. It means that SOX is just managed via a spreadsheet, which is unfortunately most of the time what it's happened in many companies. So I submit and close this data modification, and now I can see that for the SOX regulation, I have my comment IT not yet implemented. So this is very easy to change and adapt the data model in the smart datagovernance.com features. Before closing this short video, I would like to give you an overview of the semantic data model. Each domain of business object is tagged with a specific color. For instance, the reality domain is tagged in red. The semantic modeling is a UML class diagram with associative class and qualifier attributes. Please refer to the MDM Alliance Group website to get further information about modeling procedures. All detailed information about this semantic data model is available in the guidebook Data Owner of HR Multicultural Project Management. Please note that the human resource Multicultural MDM we provide you in the cloud is automatically generated from this rich data model. This is a model-driven approach, and beyond the scene, this data model is published as a XML schema. In the cloud, you can use the data modeling functions brought by the MDM to adapt this predefined data model to meet your own requirements without any skills in UML or HTML schema. It's very easy to add fields, to add business objects, and link between them, for example, one-to-many or many-to-many relationships. In a self-service approach, it means in a declarative way. Keep in mind that our MDM cloud platform is fully model-driven. It means that no software development is required. If you need to do more than what we saw in this short video, for instance, by adding some business rules to compute and access data values, it's also possible. You have an online documentation to find out how to do these high-end functions. We hope that you will enjoy your MDM journey in the smartdatagovernance.com cloud platform. Thank you so much for watching this video, and see you soon on our MDM cloud to test it. Thank you. Bye-bye.